Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Coasterking, and welcome back. And today I have my very first Star Wars Battlefront video. So I hope you guys like it. Please let me know what you do like or what you don't like about this in the comments below. And I'll be sure to check it out and try to make it better. And right there we get our first kill, which was great. That guy was not paying attention. He was focused elsewhere, and that's something that's very easy to do. Actually, this is a 40 versus 40, and with all those players, it is extremely easy to get ambushed, I guess you could say. You can be facing the main army, and then have a couple guys that want to go around and flank you. And so you got to always be aware. And another reason you got to be aware is for what happens right here. There's pickups. And if you're not aware, you could miss out. But luckily, I was able to get there before anyone else, and I was able to play as Darth Vader. I really enjoy playing as this character, as this hero. And he has such great weapons, and his abilities. So obviously, right there, he can choke people. He can also deflect shots using his lightsaber, and you can kill people with those shots. By the way, you also have the saber throw, as I demonstrated right there. So if you want to kill someone, just point right there. As I did there, you have to point your reticle right on whoever you want to, deflect the shot towards. So, also, you can fly above the ground to a short height. And you can use this to, basically make a very long jump, or you can just use it to get away from enemies. And right there, I make a poor choice by using my by trying to deflect shots, as there were none coming towards me. But yeah, and by the way, guys, as you can see by the yellow meter that is around my reticle, you do run out of time to be able to use your deflection, even if you're not deflecting shots. And right there, that was a great move. He had his shield up, so what did I do? I used my choke. So I was able to get through his shield, and he couldn't do anything to me. And great aim right there. You can be surprised at how hard it is to aim sometimes with the saber throw. And maybe that's just me, but yeah. And again, it's that his abilities are just so useful, and I just barely go over that character's head. But nice slice right there, and she is finished. So, but unfortunately, I was taken out by someone that I did not see until it was too late. And there ends Darth Vader. But that's okay, because I'm gonna make some other great plays. So it's very important to keep your eyes open. Otherwise, especially in those narrow passageways, people can just totally go above you and snipe you from above, and it's hard. Once you get hit the first time, it's hard to react quick enough to get them in time before they get you. And right there was a poor throw of my grenade, and then I was ambushed because I wasn't paying attention. They had landed right in front of me, but I did not realize it. So I was too focused on the person that I was shooting. But that was my bad. And you also might notice that often I tend to use my thermal detonator too often. And it's something I gotta work on. I feel too inclined to use it. And right there, I don't know what they were doing, but they charged right into that orbital strike. Not sure what was going on there, but luckily I was able to dodge it. And luckily for me, my thermal detonator exploded, and when he happened to turn back, and he was just barely in range, so I was able to get that kill. And I always think it's so awesome when you get a kill after you've already been killed, especially when that person you killed got you. It's kind of like a little revenge situation there, but kind of cool. So, but I mean, if I'm about to die, I tend to drop those thermal detonators just because it's the best chance I have at getting them. But the issue is that I will drop them and then I forget to shoot. And I always love getting these blaster cannons. They do so much destruction, and for a time they'll have the shield up front. And what I mean by for a time is that it has a certain HP level. So once that HP level has been drained, the shield is no longer there, and you are very vulnerable. Luckily, it is a very powerful gun. You can still hold your own for a time, but it does get difficult once that shield is gone. This was a bit of a tricky spot actually, because that bush was getting in my way, and it was difficult to see people. So, right there I could see some people, but I had to zoom in. So with this weapon, you're able to get lots of kill assists, but as you see right there, I got the entire kill. So, which is very easy to do. It only takes a couple of shots with this gun, and your enemy is done. So, now it's just a game of looking for some unaware opponent to walk into your little trap you've set up. And right there, I helped to destroy his shield. And got another kill right there. So that's another thing, guys. Try to shoot at the shields to destroy them, because eventually they do get weakened. Now, we're going to be playing one of my favorite game modes, which is Walker Assault, on the map Graveyard of Giants. And I really love the detail that they put into this map, with all the wrecked walkers and other vehicles of, you know, the same kind of, you know, area, you know, other Imperial vehicles that are just, you know, strewn all across the map. It creates such a dynamic map terrain. And unfortunately, I had been chosen to be taken out by the orbital strike that was sent by that AT-AT. And I thought, oh, I could hide in here. Well, either that provided absolutely no protection for me, or I was way too close to the entrance. But either way, the end result was not desirable. And here, I use the AT-AT walker to that fallen AT-AT to take that missile that was locked onto me. And notice how I also crouched down just in case whatever it was whatever the missile was happened to get my head. You know, I just didn't want to take any chances. So there, that's the ion torpedo. That's one of my abilities one of my power-ups that I have for my character. It's great to use against those AT-ST walkers, and it can work for airplane, for the spacecraft, but it's not great, especially since they are very mobile and agile. That's what I meant, agile. That they can easily do their maneuvers as long as they haven't used any recently, and they can dodge your ion torpedo. So I try sometimes to get them, but it doesn't always work out. But a great thing to use it for is against the walkers. and as you'll see soon. And right there, I'm using the sand dune to kind of act as a shield to cover me from enemy fire. And there, I use the ion torpedo, and I get a couple of HP points on that walker taken away. So that was good. And then right there, I'm using a power-up, and I cannot remember what it's called, but it enhances the shots that I fire to do more damage to vehicles, which is why I was using it for on the AT-AT. And here you'll see me use it on that TIE fighter, but he does his evasive maneuvers, and the missile was lost track of him. So that's the risk you take, and then you're down you're down without an ion torpedo for a while. But that's okay, as long as there's no AT-ST walkers or probes. So, and there, I tried to get that guy that was trying to mess with my friend, but the wreckage got in the way. And so then I decided to take his spot and look around for any Imperials that want to go by me. Which, as there are none, I'm going to keep moving on. So,
well done.
The walkers can provide a very good hiding space also. There's been several times where I walk right by a walker, not realizing that there was an enemy in there, and he just shoots me down. So, and I was hoping to maybe get a shot on him, and so, as you can see, he was using his jetpack, and something that's really cool is when someone's using their jetpack, and if you hit their jetpack, they will fly all around the place. As it's it gets damaged. They'll fly all around the place, and you get an instant kill basically, even if it was just one shot, because they ended up plummeting to the ground and ended up dying, and their jetpack explodes as well. So, and I'm always looking whenever there's an AT-ST walker. I'm making sure I get that ion torpedo on them as much as I can. It takes a couple of them to take one out, but it does a lot of damage, as you can see there. And I decided to take out the straggler, but he goes behind the wreckage. Time to throw a detonator. And as I'm trying to run away, with 17 hit points left, he takes me out. By the way, he had 17 hit points. He gets the shot right, he just shoots me right in the back. And that was some crazy dodging right there. I almost got hit several times. Just happened to dodge all those. So, and he took the power up that I was going for. But that's not an issue. I'm just going to look for another one. So, here, again, using the wreckage to dodge fire. Incoming fire from my enemies. Regain my health. Said enemy was locking, so I was taking cover for the time being. And notice what I do there, guys. What I did there was I hit the left hit the left button on the cross pad, and what that did was it switched my view to the left hand side, so I was able to see around the corner. And this is a great tool, and as you can see, I was able to use it to my advantage. Otherwise, I would have had my entire body exposed, and I would have been gunned down immediately, and barely been able to get any shots off on him. So, unfortunately, he ended up killing me, though. But I had a great usage of that tool that you have there. And, again, I didn't throw that high enough, or maybe the range just wasn't going to work either way, but... And I somehow missed this guy that's hiding in the corner over there, behind the wreckage. Again, not being aware of my situation, of surroundings. But it definitely can be tricky. And right there, I did notice him that time. So right there, great example. I took out his shield, and my teammates were able to get the kill. So, and there I thought for sure he was going to take my power up, but I ended up being able to use that. So by the way, guys, just in case you did not know, you cannot damage the AT-ST walker the AT-AT walkers right now. So you have to wait until you have to go to those the stations where you can lock on a Y-wing, and which is something you'll notice I wasn't doing much of. So then, once you lock on a Y-wing, each Y-wing that you locked on within the period of, you know, a certain period of time that the walker takes to get to certain checkpoints, then those Y-wings will come in and bomb the AT-AT walkers. So the more Y-wings you have locked on, the better. The more likely it is for you to take out those AT-ATs. So, as you can see, we only have 2 more Y-wings that are going to come. And we can currently, because they are bombing still, we can currently still damage the AT-AT walker. And also, I'm using my cooling flush right there. So when I shoot, I press X when the meter, the cooldown meter. Notice how it goes up. Then, when the yellow dots line up with the yellow dash marks, I press X and I get an instant cooldown. And here is actually quite funny, because the AT-AT can do absolutely nothing against me in this position. And I am just shooting at his undercarriage, and I'm sure that's got to feel great, you know? Just someone putting a plasma blaster right up the underneath of your giant tank-like machine. And did some good damage to him there, but we no longer had the shields down on that AT-AT, and I decide to try to mess with this AT-ST. And as you can see there, I did not time that cooling flush correctly, so I get punished by having it restart my cooldown time. So that can definitely be annoying and a very painful thing to happen to you. So, there. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys learned something from all the things that I was showing today. And also keep in mind, I am still trying to get better, and so this is not only just learning for you guys, but this is also a learning process for me, and I'm just trying to help you guys out with the little that I know currently, and hopefully together we'll be able to learn. And if you guys have anything that you want to tell me that I don't know yet or haven't shown in my videos, let me know, and I'll try to implement that, and I appreciate any advice you guys have and comments. So, thank you, and I will see you next time.